Yep, let us know when we're started.
We are recording. Brad, start us off.
Ugh.
The intro song, it isn't very long.
God damn it.
Been a couple of months since we haven't heard that.
Yeah, it's still annoying. It's still annoying. I still hate it.
Well, Nick, it's been 3 years. You can think of a better song. Go for it.
Yeah, no. I think that's just our label now. It wouldn't be a TTP podcast without it being a little bit shit.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm at the bottom of a well. I guess we'll probably start off with that, right? So I'm at the bottom of a well now. So the streaming career took a dive. I've moved from Twitch to Mixer, and so as a result, I'm now at the bottom of a well. So to get me out, I need 2,000 followers so I can get partnered on Mixer. Mixer.com/Heartleaf. Come and hang out.
Oh wow.
But no, so I've been, a massive nerd for like literally the longest time, and progressively over the years, I've been perfecting my gaming office, I guess you could say. And the last final thing I wanted was a custom built desk. So I took 2 weeks off streaming. Well, 3 weeks, so I had to work in the middle. And I built a desk. It only took 3 days, but because it was on my days off, it kind of got spaced out. But yeah, I designed it at work with a shitty drawing in my notebook, and now it's here. And so it looks sick. I'm very happy with it. And yeah, I've got like a new big monitor to play games on, like a curved one. I got a 2080 Ti stuck in my PC. So yeah, it's good.
I need to heavily update a lot of my stuff.
Yeah, you do, because Matt also has a really awesome setup now.
Yeah, so I updated my PC a couple of last month. $3,000 later.
Yep.
Yep.
I
have a funny story about that as well, actually.
Go for it.
I went to Harvey Norman. Shout out to Harvey Norman.
Wrong, but go.
I was like, I want a PC. There was a $2,000 PC and a $3,000 PC. So I was like, I'll get the $2,000 PC because I can't afford the $3,000. So I told
yes, you can.
I told the nice man at Harvey Norman, and I was like, this is the PC I want. I don't want the $3,000 one. He's like, yep, cool. So he picked up the box, took it to the counter, and he was like, yep, he's picking up the $3,000 computer. And they put it through, and me being British and really awkward, I bought a $3,000 computer.
God damn it, you dumb idiot. You should have, if you were looking at upgrading a PC, you should have told me, because you can get them from like friggin' pre-built custom PCs from PC Case Gear for like less than that, and you can zip pay it so you don't have to pay a giant chunk.
Yeah.
Cool.
I fucked up that day. But the PC, the PC's well, so I'm not even mad. The PC's nice, so.
Hell yeah.
That's it. You know what? Fair play to the Harvey Norman guy though for upselling.
Oh mate, he hit his KPIs that day. He
swindled.
Yeah.
What a heel.
I got fucking played.
What a heel.
Such a heel move.
Oh yeah. So I'm also bald. So this is what happened. So I had like long hair, if you guys can go back and remember, and Breast Cancer Awareness Month is currently right now. It's June. To date it, it's June 21st in 2020. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to go pink for breast cancer. So I signed up to the Breast Cancer Foundation website, and I said, I'm going to go pink. And I set my donation goal at $500 because coronavirus sucks dick and it's fucking everyone. So no one has money. Fair. So I donated $50 of my own money. And the donations didn't really kind of like become an important, I guess, thing for it until the 1st of June. 1st of June hits and I'm at work, right? So and I was doing night shifts. So Sunday afternoon when I woke up, I decided that I hated my fucking hair being pink. I legit hated my hair, its length. I hated everything because it was so dead. Because I went from black to green to pink in less than 2 months. My hair was literally falling out. It was terrible. Yeah. And so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to make a meme out of this and try and make a lot of money for a good cause. So I said on Facebook, I went, hey, I'm going to shave my head bald and my beard to look like Walter White, which I didn't do. Not the beard, but I just shaved my head bald. If I hit my donation goal before the end of June. I was like, it's only $500. So here's the link. Go for it. And that was at like 4 o'clock or 4:30 on Sunday afternoon. Monday rolls around. I finish work at 7 a.m. I get off the bus. I get back in reception range. My phone explodes. And some fucking asshole of my friends donated $450 anonymously. Smashed my goal. I think I ended up raising like $650. I messaged the chick. She closed my donations. That was it. There was no more donations going in. And yeah, so even though I wasn't going to do it till the end of June, I was like, I have a couple of holidays I got coming up once borders and shit back open. So I need to grow my hair out a little bit so I don't look like a fucking egg. No offense, Matt. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, so I'm bald now and I fucking hate it because everyone's trying to tell me it suits me and I'm like, no, it doesn't, because I don't know if you can see it on the camera,
Yeah.
but like right here, right, it looks like my head's upraised. No, that's because there's a giant fucking dent in my head. Okay? I'm not balding. I'm not losing my hair. My head is like a BMX track when it's shaved. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, I went through 2 years of being bald with a fucking cone head.
Yeah.
With a what?
you can
Oh,
do this,
yeah,
right?
but you see, you had you got the really big beard to offset it, and I don't get a big beard. I get big neck beard. Like I get anti Chad beard. It's disgusting. So I have to keep my beard short to look good.
Yeah, I'm
That's a
gonna be
shame for
completely
you.
honest. I don't like you with short hair.
No, I
hate
fucking
it.
hate it.
I
Everyone's trying to
fucking
tell me
hate
they
it.
like it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, you're just saying that because my hair was so dead and looked like shit. Fuck off. It looks terrible. My bald head is gross.
I like the green
Yeah,
hair.
go back to the fuckboy look you had. Yeah.
The green hair was all right. Yeah, a lot of people like the green hair. A lot more people like the pink. And a lot of people love the black. So they're like, bring back the black. I'm like, oh, fuck, maybe.
Hopefully your hair grows
Go
back.
for the black and the fuckboy look though. Like you gotta have the short, not too long at the top like you had, but shorter than when it was man bun length. But fuck, why are we talking about your hair?
Yeah, no, that's true. A lot of people liked the fuckboy hair as well, but I hated it because everyone called it the fuckboy hair. And I was like, fuckboys get laid. I don't. Like, fuck off. I was like, fuck out of here.
Preach.
Look, I've got the hair for it, but
Yeah, got the hair for it. Now, I think the next dumb thing I was gonna do was do what I dubbed the yeared, where I just didn't shave for a year.
Ooh.
And then I remembered how bad my long beard looked, so I'm like, probably not.
Yeah.
No.
Look like you're
sure.
stranded
Now,
on an island.
This is like 2 months growth.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. You grow a decent beard. Your beard is full. Mine is not. Like I don't get like a little gap here. I don't get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
it
don't
doesn't
grow
come really
hair.
high on my cheeks.
Yeah, I don't
So-
grow hair like fully.
Yeah.
If I grew
Yeah.
hair fully, I could actually have a connected fucking beard.
Yeah, it'd be good. But no, it's alright. Like I'm happy with the beard I have. I just hate the fact that I have no hair, but it's alright. But yeah, and fucking usually I'm in shirts. I'm in singlets because I got my fucking back tattooed recently and it's still sticky and gross, so
Ooh.
I needed to breathe. Fucking do my head
Have
in.
a look.
So.
Ooh.
No, I'm gonna
it's-
wait because I haven't.
Yeah,
You'll
I
actually
was
probably
about to say,
notice on my
probably wait
social
until
media
you
I've put no updates on my back tattoo whatsoever. Some people don't even know I have my back tattooed because I'm waiting till the whole back's
Yeah,
tattooed before
that's
I
fair.
do it. I mean,
Totally fair.
I saw
Yeah.
a picture on your Snapchat that you sent me.
yeah. So like people on like my
Yeah.
Snapchat and stuff have like little teasers, but I actually haven't done like an official like, hey, I'm actually starting my fucking giant back piece. So yeah, it was good.
Because I'm getting this done on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Wednesday and Thursday.
yeah,
The whole half sleeve from there to wrist.
yeah,
That's pretty much all I've told anyone. I haven't told anyone what it actually is.
yeah. Yeah, it's interesting thing because like the way I get tattooed is I get sections, and so everyone I only sit for small periods of time. I only sit for like 2.5 hours to 3 at the time,
Fair.
and a lot of people are like, oh, you're a fucking bitch. Why don't you sit for longer? And I was like, because in it. So just for example, in a 6-hour period, you could get a whole sleeve outline from shoulder to wrist. You could,
Yeah.
but the thing is, that's a whole arm, so the pain's spread out across the whole arm. The way I get tattooed is 100% completion in segments on one spot. So this last session was 2.5 hours. I got from my spine to my right shoulder completely covered. And that's from the top all the way down it. So that whole section just got fucking 100% blasted. It fucking hurts still. It's been 3 days. I can't sleep because I put a towel down so I don't cover my sheets in ink. And the first night, which was the worst night for weeping and shit in my tattoo, I slipped off the towel. My pillowcase was fucked. But we brought it back. It's safe now. Thank God.
I couldn't think of anything worse.
But no, I can tell you what's worse is when the next day, which was yesterday, when I woke up, the towel didn't move because it's good because I tucked the towel in underneath the pillows. I woke up and I was stuck to the towel and I had to peel it off like a band-aid. That fucking hurts so fucking much.
That's horrible. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it is not great. Like, and the problem is as well as my right side is what I sleep on the most. So
Yeah.
I already don't sleep much as it is. So trying to sleep on my opposite side is throwing me off a lot. So it's just fucking driving me mental, bro. Like I think I've had maybe
it'll be worth it. Give it a few
Oh, it'll
months,
be worth it
start
when it's done, yeah. But like until then, it's just like because I think our next session is we've got a little like just some bits on my neck. We're just doing a little bit to tie and then tying the rest of it in with the chest piece. And then I think we might get the outline done for the main center part, and then it's just going to be section by section. So it'll just be blasting, like my right side of my back, and then the next one will be blasting the left side of my back, and then it'll be like blasting the center, and yeah. And the thing with getting your back tattooed is there's not much meat on your back. It's where the skin is stretched the thinnest. And then that's where all of your nerves and bones and shit.
Yep.
It fucking, dude, it's not, nah, it is not fun. It is not a fun day, okay? It hurts. I hate it. But I love it.
When it's going down the center of your back, down your spine, that's when it will really, really hit.
Oh, no, well, that's the thing. So right now, currently with my back, we've got the back of my neck done and both my shoulder blades in the center of my back. So that whole like top half of my back or top portion of my back is completely done right now. So yeah, I know it sucks. And it's gonna be funny because I've got scoliosis as well, so my back bends. So when we get my back the center of my back isn't the center of my back because my back kind of bleh. So I got like a question mark for a back. It's fucking terrible.
Next question mark back. There's a title of the video.
Questionable spine.
Questionable spine.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say it on the podcast to give you an idea of what I'm getting Japanese style art.
I was actually, if it makes you feel better, this probably won't be edited before you get the tattoo anyway. So
yeah. Oh, there you go. So there you go to all 50 subscribers.
Hey, 55.
55.
Oh, hey, I said 50-ish.
We have 55 subscribers and 55 videos.
Yeah.
Wow.
One video per sub.
I'm okay with that, man. I'm okay with that.
I actually rate the consistency.
People sleeping on Team Tan Pants, man.
Dude, 100 subscribers by the end of the year.
70 subscribers by the end of the year.
60.
56. Yeah, so pretty much I went to my guy and I got my chest one done. Actually, I was really fucking happy with that. And I'm basically just like, so this is the rough idea. I want this style of Japanese art. And he's like, dude, I specialize in Japanese art. I got you.
Nice.
Awesome. And then that was pretty much it because it was during lockdown. And I'm like, yeah, so this is what I want. He's like, dude, I got so much fucking time on my hands right now. I'll get your drawing up and I'll get you booked in as soon as we reopen and happy days. And
yeah, I did something similar. Like my tattooist, he actually he loves tattooing me because I sit pretty good, even though if it's not for long, I usually sit just rock steady, whatever. And B, he just loves my ideas and stuff. And so he sent me a message while I was at work. He's like, when are you home from work? I was like, oh, the 18th. Why? He's like, oh, we open on the 16th. I'll book you in on the 18th. So I showed up on the 18th, not knowing how long I was booked in for, what we were doing.
Mystery tattoo.
I literally just showed up and he was just like so happy to see me. So I was booked in at 9:30 on Thursday. We didn't start tattooing till 10:30 because we were just too busy talking shit and got distracted. Like, oh, but that was good. It was a good time. And then fucking yeah, we got blasted. I showed him the drawing that I did, my shitty drawing of my back in my notebook. And then I showed him like the desk and stuff, which he loves. And yeah, it was good times. So, and they gave me this to trial. I don't know if anyone's ever used it. It's called Heel Tattoo Aftercare.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so I don't know. I've been using it. It's pretty good. I like it. The difference between it and a lot of stuff, because usually I use tattoo goo. Like if you ever get tattoos and your tattooist tells you to go get like that fucking Bepanthen, fuck off. That's stupid and dumb. Why would you use something made for nappy rash instead of something specifically designed for tattoos?
Yeah.
So tattoo goo is something I usually use. You can buy on Amazon like a pack for like $25-$30, and it comes with like a sunscreen, so you can go straight out in the sun if you want, which it has tattoo aftercare in a sunscreen. It's like SPF 30. You got a tattoo color revival, so if you have older tattoos like I do, you can kind of bring the color back out on them. It also has the tattoo aftercare, and it has like another tattoo like spray thing as well. It's really good. Or this stuff here. So the difference between a lot of stuff that I find when it comes to tattoo aftercare is it's just like a barrier that goes over the top of it to help protect it. This stuff actually that I found, it sinks into the skin and kind of pushes all the shit out, like all the excess ink and all the weeping and shit. It actually forces it out. So it's a lot more painful of a healing process, but I think it's going to come up a lot better as well. So, because you can see like all my tattoos are quite vibrant. So it's been, the stuff I use has been working. So yeah, I'm happy.
I'll look at that after. send me links and shit to them all. But
Yeah. So yeah, Tattoo Goo, and this stuff's called Heal with a 3 because apparently it's
Edgy.
gamer
Three.
for gamers.
Yeah. Oh. That's the equivalent of spelling like strike with a Y back in the 90s.
Pretty much, yeah. Or like with putting a Z on the end of stuff instead of an S.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hardy Boys looking at you.
I feel that.
But yeah, no, it's good. It's really funny because like Matt bought a computer for $3,000. The upgrades I did for my computer in my office were $3,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bought a 2080 Ti, which was like 2200, and then I bought a I can't remember exactly what monitor it is, but I've got the box sitting there. But it's a 32-inch 4K, 144 hertz, 125% RGB curved
Jeez.
monitor. But thing is, that was only like $800. So it's actually really cheap
That's not
for an
bad,
incredible
actually.
monitor.
Yeah.
And then I also bought another 16 gig of RAM, so I'm currently back up to 32. And the way I've done it as well as I've optimized it, so I'm actually going to skip this generation of graphics cards that are coming out. The 3080s are out in November.
Yeah.
So I've got a 1080 Ti and a 2080 Ti. So my 1080 is now actually a dedicated physics card. So it actually won't kick in until I'm playing a game that has like insane physics and all that shit in it. So like, like your Battlefields and your Call of Duties and that sort of shit. So and I actually don't play games like that very often anyway.
Yeah.
So it's actually kind of just sitting there now as a card backup, if anything. So yeah, but actually, I just played this fucking phenomenal game on stream yesterday. I finished it. It's a very short game, very amazing game. It's called Beyond Blue. So basically, the premise, like I seen it's like an indie game, and the premise of it was just like, hey, you're a fucking scientist and you're just live streaming yourself doing dives on this reef, and you're like tagging whales and stuff like that. It's basically like one of these games that's to raise awareness of our oceans.
Oh.
And it's actually fucking really good because as you do research on certain animals and stuff, you unlock these like little 2 to 3 minute videos you can watch in game. It's like watching a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And they're just these scientists, real world scientists talking about the stuff that they do. I was like, this is a fucking really good game. It's so very chill. It's a very really nice vibe. The graphics on it are fucking insane. But yeah, I knocked it over in like 3-4 hours. It's a very small game, but very, very good. Very fun. I hope they add more to it. So. Yeah, called Beyond Blue. So basically the same as the mental health organization in Australia here. Yeah, it's good. Oh,
God.
I dropped my water bottle lid.
Doggo distracting me right now.
Doggo. Doge.
Fuck.
There you go.
The doggos.
That's how we'll get views.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thumbnail.
Look at Doggo.
That's the thumbnail.
Utilizing the doggos for views.
Yeah.
Dude, my fucking strip lights are coming off the bottom of my desk. They're
not
sticking to the wood.
Fucking strip lights.
Oh, fucking strip lights. You're not
Fucking
wrong.
strip
Go
lights.
ahead.
So I bought strip lights Friday because funny enough, I saw yours set up and I was thinking about getting them. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go get them. So I rushed to Harvey Norman. I bought them. $150 or 134, I think, was the starter kit. And you get a 2-meter line and it's connected to like the plug, which obviously that's how they turns on the lights. I did the stupid thing of cutting it in half where it's not connected to it.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, I know. I'm a fucking moron. So
$134 for 2 meters, dude. I spent literally like 45 for 5 meters. What the fuck?
Wait, what brand's yours?
I just went to a fucking a car auto electric shop and bought 5 meters of it, and it's even better because mine gets done over Wi-Fi and I can voice activate it if I want to.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
All right,
what the fuck? Why do you not ever talk to me about this stuff, Matthew?
I don't know. I was like, oh,
I'm so angry at you right now. What the fuck, dude?
I just like, oh, I get strip lights and it'll be fun. So yeah, I wasted 2 meters and I only have like a little bit of a meter. It works, but. Yeah.
It works, but you're a fucking moron.
Great fun. I'm terrible.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm terrible. I find something and I'm like, oh yeah, that I can afford that, and I just buy it. That's my problem.
Oh God, you're like a younger version of me when I bought my car. I have 5 friends who work in car sales, and I didn't go to any of them, and I got fucked over by the guy I bought my car from.
Yeah, that's like I got fucked over by the mechanic the other week.
Yeah, just fuck. Damn it.
I went to the mechanic. It was like, oh, that'll be $1,800 to fix your car. And Jay's like, oh, I can fix it for cheaper. And I'm like, yeah, but I sort of want to do it now. So I paid $1,800.
God damn it, Matthew.
Go fun.
You need to stop.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Well,
fucking...
Nick, I know where I'm going to when I eventually get around to actually getting some decent quality gear.
Oh, dude, fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking on that, on decent quality gear, or you coming to me, fucking Brisbane move. Let's talk about that.
Brisbane
So
move.
Ahoy.
I have thrown that right.
Segue.
I have delayed that something shocking. So I've been talking about Brisbane for about a year and a half out, and don't get me wrong, it is something I still really, really want to do, and it's something I really, for me personally and mentally, I need to do it. The issue that I'm having right now is that it's like the Rona thing has really made everything very difficult, as you can imagine. And so in my mind, I was like, I'm thinking in my own mind, like there is things I need to buy that I should buy while I'm living here still before I move, because it'll be easy to get stuff delivered to the house, like important stuff. Like I think one of the things I am getting is a really fuck off giant bed.
Yeah.
And that's going
I
to
did
cost
that
me like,
recently as well. I upgraded to a king bed. Fuck, I can
yeah.
actually fit in my bed now.
Yeah, exactly. So like I'm doing the same thing, and my bed frame's going to be like $5,000. That's without a mattress or anything. And I was like, it's this really awesome, badass, like 4-poster bed. It's got a big kraken on it. Looks sick as fuck. And I was like, that's something I should get delivered here, because then when I move, it's just already in pieces, and I can just move it straight in with the removalist. So I don't need to get it delivered to an apartment and then try and get this fucking thing up in an apartment
That's
by
fine.
myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, smart, right? So, and that's why I did like the desk upgrade as well, because so my desk was my old one was this big L-shaped fucking clunky flat pack thing I bought. So that's right now up in my shed. I'm gonna clean it up and then try and sell it. Whereas this literally will just be a simple pick up and move. It's literally like a desk it's like 1.4 meters long and it's 800 meters deep. It's fucking tiny. It's not really big anymore, and it fits everything perfectly. It looks fantastic, and it doesn't take me long to set up. So it's just like, in that, and in saying that as well is, so with my job, for a fly in, fly out, I actually kind of can't really do fly in, fly out until I get a permanent room, because I need to be able to leave all my stuff at work. Right now, I kind of have that, but so like we have this like storeroom we put our stuff in, but they've recently just moved us they've just recently moved us to a different camp as well, because of all the corona shit. They're trying to minimize interaction with people going to and from work. So they've moved us to like a different camp now, but they haven't told us if that's going to be like where we are permanently or if that's just where we are for now. So I technically have a permanent room at a not permanent location. So it's like, fuck. And then on top of that as well is like everyone's starting to leave like this house where I'm living right now with my family. When I left the army and I came back here, my grandmother was living with us at the time, because she's getting a lot older. We've moved to here closer to us so we can help her as she's getting older and that. And then just after my grandmother moved out, my sister and my brother-in-law, they had a fall through with the house that they were living in, and they had to move back home. So all of a sudden, the house is full again. It's my mom, my dad, me, my sister, her husband, and then my other sister. And it was like a fucking maniac house. Then my sister and brother-in-law, they had a baby. So now we had this fucking child as well. And we're like, oh, fuck, this is so much going on. So they've all moved out now, minus my other sister, but she's moved downstairs. So now I'm just my office, my bedroom, which is just over there. And it's like, cool, that's where it's at. And my mother said, like, hey, look, I know you fucking hate it in this town, but why don't you just take another year, and just do a whole year of just saving? Because I was planning on traveling and that, and now Corona's kicked that in. So it's like, maybe I should do a full year of saving. But at that same time, it's like, I don't want to, at that point, then I'll probably just want to build a house. Whereas if I was to buy an apartment, I could probably get a good chunk of that paid off straight up. So it's like, now I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just want to get out of this fucking town, all right? I fucking hate it. I can't stand it.
That whole house situation just sounds like season 5 of a terrible sitcom where they're just out of ideas and they're like, all right, family moving out.
Bro, it's just so like, I can't express how much I hate this town. I went dude, I went to like an accidental girls' night, right? So one of my friends, she messaged me and she's like, hey, what are you doing tonight? And I'm like, oh, nothing, just chilling. She's like, oh, do you want to come over for drinks? I said, oh, I'm driving, so I'll bring a couple, then I'll stay till I, sobered up after a couple, and then I'll drive home. So I went, I had 3 drinks, and then I stayed for 2.5 hours after I had 3 drinks. Fine, drove home. But while I was there, it was like just me and just a couple of girls who were just chilling out, vibing, having a good time. And then we'll just catch up on shit. The amount of stuff that I found out that people say about me when I don't leave my house, and it's drama from over a year ago. is mind blowing. Like I was like, that's like this fucking town is a cesspool. It's disgusting. I was like, I can't wait to get out of it, man. Like it's
fair.
dude, it's terrible. Like
Yeah,
the.
everyone's still in high school. No matter how old you get, you're still in high school, basically.
I hate that. I fucking hate that mindset and that mentality. It's like, bro, like again, like it's like I don't go uptown. I don't drink anymore. I go to the gym and then I come here and play video games and hang out with my online buddies. It's just like I fucking hate the fact that all the stuff they had to say about me was from over a year ago, and everything they were saying was completely wrong anyway because they'd only heard the side of one person.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know, like what a fucking joke that is. Like, how dumb are you to not even send me a message to be like, hey, this is what people are saying about you? I'd be like, I don't care to begin with. But it was just like one of those fucking retarded situations that just kind of got blown way out of proportion for no reason. So I was like, whatever, fuck this. And I was like, this is why I don't like. It's small town drama, you know what I mean? So everyone wants to know everything about everyone, and I'm like, if you don't give them nothing, they just get so angry and frustrated. It's like, fuck you.
And then they make up their own stories, and then like,
yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. It wasn't that they made up their own stories, because what happened did actually happen. It was just blown out of proportion more than anything, is what it was.
So I go update. She just ran out, so I was moving the camera. She was lying right there, so I was moving the camera, and then she ran out. Never mind. All right.
I just somehow splashed water on my face from a bottle, so give me 1 sec while I clean up my own face.
Inky.
Ugh, god damn it.
I love Doggo Cam.
So, moving into gaming related stuff. What are we playing?
Oh god. So
What am I playing?
I fucked up. I fucked up real bad.
Beyond Blue.
Yeah, no. So I started playing WoW again. Fucked up real bad. Getting back into it. It's like WoW is just an abusive relationship. It's a game I've played since Classic. It's a game it's a franchise I've been playing since Warcraft 3. So yeah, I fucked up. I got back into it and I'm sucked straight back in. So that's taken up a fair bit of my time. But in saying that, I still play, like, I played Maneater. I streamed that. I 100%ed it in 9 hours. Fantastic game. Been playing Predator Hunting Grounds. Beyond Blue, I just smashed out. I'm actually streaming Alan Wake because it's one of my all-time favorite games.
What a game!
Yeah, fucking love it. And I'm actually streaming. I still stream lots of Dead by Daylight, and I stream lots of Sea of Thieves. I'm actually jumping into a 24-hour live stream today with my Canadian buddies. So we're going to be onto the Sea of Thieves for 24 hours today.
Oh god!
So pray for Mojo.
Link in the description below.
Yeah, well, I won't be streaming by the time this comes out, but yeah, but like, hey, you can leave a link to my. You can,
I'll leave
yeah,
it,
but
I'll leave a link to your mixer.
Yeah, it's good because like it's cool because I stream on like a bi-weekly basis. So but yeah, I'm a variety streamer. I stream whatever.
Yeah, is there a reason why you switched over from Twitch?
Yeah, so the reason why I should actually talk about that in a more formal fashion. But so I left Mixer Twitch because I was playing Sea of Thieves and I met these two Mixer streamers. They're Canadian. Okay. So there's the Mighty Goose and Greater X.
Check those
and they were just like they were like, you are fucking hilarious. You should be a lot bigger than you are, which is something I hear a lot. Is that I'm just very comfortable on camera. Yeah, well, it's just something I get told a lot of. It's just like, you should be bigger than what you are. And they go, why aren't you? And I said, well, the main reason is consistency. Because I'm away for 7 weeks or 7 days at a time, Twitch requires you to even become an affiliate to have a consistency of streaming. It's like X amount of hours on X amount of unique days with X amount of followers, and you need to have X amount of consistent viewership. And because I didn't stream consistently, I never got the consistent viewership. I had the followers, the hours, the days, but not the consistent viewership because I couldn't stream consistently. Now, Mixer doesn't require that. To be a partner, there's no affiliate. It's just straight up partnered. To get that with them, you need 2,000 followers. You need 25 hours on 12 unique days. That is it. There is no other requirements. Way better. Also, for a viewer, Mixer, in my opinion, is a lot better. Because the way it works is they have this what's called a level up system. So it works for streamers and for viewers. So the way you do it is, if you're just passively watching someone stream on like one of your other screens, you're going to passively level up and earn these things called sparks. And when people eventually get partnered, you can use those sparks to drop like funny emotes and stuff into that person's chat, which actually gets them money and stuff. It's really cool. So you don't really get donations. You kind of get it like recognitions and stuff. It's cool like that. And then as the streamer, you can say, hey, I'm going to play this multiplayer game. but I'm looking for people who are level 40 and above in my chat because, that's people who've supported you. So the way it works is you earn experience by watching the stream, chatting with the stream, interacting with the stream, whatever, dropping emotes, dropping sparks, all that crap. And so even as the streamer, I can drop sparks in my own chat to level myself up in my own chat. Because I have some people who are higher level than me in my own chat. It's like, fuck you. How dare you? So it's really like, it's for me personally, I think, and it's also a lot better platform because Twitch, you would have this delay where someone would ask a question and then you wouldn't get to answer it until like 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
Mixer, there is literally less than half a second delay.
Oh wow.
It is so close to real time. It's not even funny. It's just, I don't know. I just like Mixer a lot better. Like a lot of people, because I never really made an official announcement that I was moving. I just kind of stopped streaming on Twitch, and I think as well as Mixer is still kind of in its infancy, so I have a lot better opportunity to get viewers and get followers and stuff because there's only like, at any one time, I think the lowest they've ever had was 5,000 viewers on the whole site. That was the very lowest. So people you can kind of stand out a little bit more because it's still in the infancy. Whereas like right now on Twitch there's like this massive fucking thing. Like there's a Tarkov thing going on right now. My mate, I went to his house yesterday. He had 2 different Tarkov streams going to passively earn gifts from them. Both streamers had over 20,000 viewers. Both of them. That's 40,000 right there. You imagine like a person like me who's still kind of in, like I've been streaming on and off for like 5 years, but like trying to stand out, it's not going to happen. Whereas with Mixer, I saw it as an opportunity to kind of get in at the ground level and kind of maybe get garnered there. So that's the kind of the way I looked at it, and it just made a lot more sense. So yeah, I don't know. And it's just and a lot of people, some of the people who did follow me over, like the real ones, they fucking followed me over and they're like, this is actually way better. We prefer this so much better. Yeah. So that was the way I looked at it. Some people are, everyone's different, and for like the bigger streamers, it's going to be interesting how it's going to work when contracts start running out. Like it's going to be like, are we going to trade? How is the audience going to receive them when they come back? Yeah. If they come back, you know what I mean? Like it's very, very interesting to see how it'll play up. I'm curious to see how it'll go. But for someone like me, I'm just like, dude, Mixer fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, like Ninja's on Mixer, isn't he?
Ninja and Shroud are probably the 2 biggest ones that people know who left Twitch to go to Mixer. But then like YouTube's getting into it now. Like YouTube paid a contract for PewDiePie to stream exclusively on Twitch. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how it'll all play out when contracts start running out and how much money people are willing to part with to keep people on their platform. Yeah. In saying that again, I'm just a little shitty streamer, so I'm excited to keep going.
I mean, I was like, because I saw you on Mixer, and I'm starting slowly streaming on Twitch, and I was thinking about switching over to Mixer. That's why I asked, because I just wanted to see the differences between Twitch and Mixer.
Yeah, I think for viewership, it's a lot fun. It's a lot more fun, it's good times. But yeah, also other games I've been playing. I've also been playing Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishment, Dread Nautical. They're really good. I got a couple of games I'm really looking forward to that are coming out. There is one called there's a new Call of Cthulhu. That, if you remember, I played that a lot. There's a new one of that coming out. Also, Pokemon Snap got announced.
Yes.
Mind exploded.
Fuck yes.
And also, there's another shitty game. The real ones who've been around for a long time from the streams will probably remember me playing this game called House Flipper. Oh. There's one that's basically like that, except it's called Save the Forest. You just clean up a forest. Oh. Perfect little chill indie game.
Yeah.
And also Sons of the Forest got announced, which I'm very excited for, which is The Forest 2. Which is a fantastic game. So that's what I've been playing. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I mean, like, because when we're filming this, the PlayStation event was last week.
Yes.
Pokemon had their event.
Well, Nintendo had their event, not Pokemon.
Pokemon had their event.
EA had their event. So, like, we're getting into that period now where it was meant to be E3.
Games starting to come out.
And now
Cyberpunk got pushed back again.
Yeah, November.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk got delayed, which I'm sort of happy about. I'm glad.
Yeah, because they couldn't work on it.
Yeah, I'm glad they're not going to be like, oh, we'll release it and then we'll just patch in the fixes. I'm glad
that needs to be a game. Like, that game has got so much around it now. They have put so much pressure on themselves. They need to release that properly, or else it's just going to fucking fall flat. Like, look at Fallout.
It needs to
died in the ass.
Well, I think. And like Last of Us 2 got announced this week. Released.
You mean released?
Released this week.
Yeah. I've heard very mixed reviews on that one. I haven't done too much on it, but I've heard a lot of.
I've heard it's good. It's the only thing I've heard.
Mm.
Someone said that they were disappointed that there was no multiplayer, but I think
Ooh.
they got rid of the multiplayer to focus on the single player.
Yeah, that game I think's always been a story-based game anyway.
It's like
yeah.
and the
Well,
one.
feeling like,
Oh wait, you go, and then I'll go.
there you go.
Basically, the only thing I'm really playing now is Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man Miles Morales got announced for the PS5. It's the only thing I'm excited about.
The one that I'm actually quite looking forward to from the PS5 announcement is
Stray Cat.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically fucking it's basically BioShock Infinite, but made by Bethesda.
Yeah,
like loop jump or something like that. Loop something.
Yeah. I know
Oh right. So are you? We should probably get into this debate. Are you going to go PS5 or Xbox?
PS5.
PS5.
Okay. What's your reasoning?
I've got a PS4.
I've been PlayStation my whole life.
All right.
I've still got my PS1 in the cupboard over there.
Oh, you're wearing a PlayStation shirt. I just noticed too.
Yeah, I've been Microsoft and
I've
been Microsoft and Sony, but I think it's because everyone I really know is on PlayStation as well. So,
Yeah, that's
and
fair
that's
because you
big-
got.
it's a big-
So I've always been I've been predominantly PC for ages. I actually just sold all my consoles except for my Switch because I just didn't. There was nothing on them. And when I used to work in a games shop and like in like EB Games and shit, I always said when people would come in and ask what should I buy, an Xbox or a PlayStation for my kid, I always said, well, it depends on what your kid likes to do. And they're like, what do you mean? I said, well, PlayStation for me has always had better single player story based games.
Yeah.
But Xbox has always had better consoles, and they've always had better multiplayer online sort of games. And I think like PlayStation's always trying to be like almost like something they're not. Like they're trying to be too innovative for shit. Like whereas Xbox is kind of like, we know what people like, we're just gonna do that.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo's over here like, dude, I just smoked like so much acid and this is what I came up with. Have fun. I just realized I said smoked acid. You don't smoke acid, you take it. I don't know. I don't do drugs, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
we don't do.
yeah, it's like even in this one, like,
I love my player story game.
Yeah.
Like God of War is always a great game. I love the Tomb Raider games. I know they're not Tomb Raider's not.
Yeah, dude. Like, I used to
It's
love
story.
like my PlayStation memories are like Jack and Daxter,
Oof.
fucking
Clank.
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
that,
and then
Crash, unofficial Crash announcement.
Yeah, it didn't really get announced.
Mm.
That's the
I
thing
said
about Crash.
unofficial. It was unofficial announcement.
Yeah.
It's coming.
But like side by side, comparatively, the consoles, Xbox has a better console. It's got a better graphics card. It's got a better. It's everything else is basically the same. It's just a slightly better graphics card and a slightly better amount of RAM. Like it's like DDR6 comparatively to like DDR4 or some shit. But game wise announcement, man, like Halo Infinite's the only thing I'd buy an Xbox for.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that'll come out on PC anyway. And then PlayStation 5 has The Last of Us 2, which is the only game I would probably get it for anyway.
Yeah.
So, but in saying that, I couldn't care less. I've basically moved away from console gaming. So, because PC gaming, like eventually they get them anyway. So I'm like, whatever, I can just wait.
I'm sort of trying to get into PC gaming as well now.
Yeah, it's just easier as well because I don't have to buy a new console every 4 to 5, every 3 years when they release it and pay $700-800 for it. When I can just use that $700-800 to buy one part and I'm good for another 4 years, 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? Like that's the best thing about with my PC is like I only have to like the way I've done it up now. The next upgrade I'll have to do will probably be in 4 or 5 years, and it might just be like a new motherboard and maybe add another hard drive to it.
Yeah.
Oh no, fuck money.
Yeah.
And then like everything else is just aesthetically, like these two monitors up here, they're my old shitty ones. But if I want to make them like this, $1,600, I've got two fuck off giant monitors. Haha, lol jokes. Look at how obnoxious I am. Like, everything's just aesthetics at this point now.
Yeah, I want to upgrade all my PC stuff to actually decent gear, but like
I'll hook you up.
Yeah. Don't go to Harvey Norman.
No.
Yeah. But also in games though, this is I've been playing Saints Row 3 remastered.
Yeah.
Oh
game.
god, I gotta get back into that.
Good
I fucking
game.
love that.
Great game.
I love the Saints Row series, and yeah, I'm quite pleased. They did a very good job with it. It's exactly what it is. It's a remastered Saints Row 3.
It's the exact same game. They just made it look better.
Yeah, and they did a good job with that. But this week, my childhood comes back. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Oh, is that out this week?
It's out. Comes out on Wednesday.
Wow. I don't know. I totally forgot that game was coming out.
So did I.
Damn, dude.
I looked at my my pre-orders, and that was on there. I'm like, oh shit.
I was looking at my pre-orders, and the only pre-order I have is Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I don't have any pre-orders. I haven't actually even pre-ordered Cyberpunk. I probably won't pre-order it for another couple of weeks
I'm
still.
not gonna pre-order it yet. For me, it's gonna be too risky to pre-order.
I don't think it'll be pushed back from November.
Yeah, hopefully not. We'll see.
So I have a list of all the PS5 games that got announced.
Oh shit, go for it.
We'll go through it. Assassin's Creed Valhalla looks really good. New Assassin's Creed game.
I feel like I fell out of that because it got too convoluted. You know, it's like a massive overarching story, and they started releasing like one every year. It's like, bro, no, you know, you don't need to do that. Like, you killed the story when you killed Desmond. I'm sorry, spoilers.
But
like,
that would be a launch title.
Resi 8 looks good.
Yeah, Astro's Playroom. Don't give a shit. So the one you're thinking of, Brad, is Deathloop. Is the it's like the Bioshock thing. He keeps on dying or something.
But made by Bethesda. Yeah. That's how I describe it. That's literally what I first like. The first few screenshots, I'm like, are they doing another Bioshock or like a
Demon Souls remake?
And the gameplay looks very much like Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah. Demon Souls remake. Destiny 2 is getting ported to PS5.
So it's GTA.
So's GTA. So's
probably Minecraft.
FIFA you can
Not
sort of port.
Going to.
I think the new FIFA.
Could just be a new FIFA by then. FIFA 21. Yeah.
Godfall.
That's real.
Godfall looks really good.
Bug Snacks.
Excuse me. What'd you call me?
Bug Snacks.
The fuck you call me, you little shit?
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, Bug Snacks. That was that weird looking one.
Gran Turismo 7. Hitman 3.
Oh, we're missing all the important ones. Skate 4 and fucking Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Underground. Fucking get in! You do some flips, boy! You do fucking fall on your face!
Fucking Skate 4, dude. What a game. Oh,
dude.
I'm actually so excited for that.
If they don't come out on PC, though, man. Like, because I have controllers. I've got 3 controllers sitting there ready to go for those games.
Skate 4, man.
Dude, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Underground, though, bro.
I was having an argument the other day, and like, someone asked, like, what's better, Tony Hawk's or Skate? And I actually couldn't answer them.
Tony Hawk, because they had a better soundtrack.
Oh, you know what? That's a fair shout.
I'm with Nick on that. That's
way better soundtrack.
New Horizon.
This is funny because they were talking about. I was in a debate about this the other day. Everyone was saying Tony Hawk Pro Skater Underground 2 had the best soundtrack of all time. I said, "Fuck off! Have you played Need for Speed Underground 2?
Ooh.
Hands down, the best game soundtrack of like real people songs of all time. Not a cinematic kind of design for the game, but like you know,
music.
That's how I found so. I got into metal a lot through like a heavier sort of metal through that. Like that's how I found Skin Dread. That's how I found Mudvayne. That's how I found I think another band. There was another band on there too.
Did 3 Days Grace have a song on that?
I don't remember.
I've got a weird feeling they did. I don't remember what song. But speaking of that, though, that segues another really good game soundtrack is almost any WWE game. They have soundtracks.
No,
Shit. Old ones.
I'll give you like 2007, 2008.
Yeah, because they actually still used to use real songs back then. Nowadays they use all their own stuff made by those 2 guys.
Yeah, that's definitely
okay. Do you think those 2 guys might be the richest producers in the world for music?
What, CFOs?
Yeah.
Is that the people you're talking about? Oh, probably.
Because they must get paid an absolute fucking tin. Because it's like, oh, we got this guy, and his whole gimmick is he's a fucking psychopath. You want to make stuff of that? Like, dude, we got this, dude. Fucking don't worry about it. We'll be right. And they just come in, just fucking walk past there. No, that's I reckon those guys are just huge stoners, to be honest, man. Because to deal with WWE pressure, you'd have to be doing something.
Oh, 100%.
Should we talk about that WWE drama right now? The wrestling world is on fire.
So
So,
basically, 2020 is fucking gone to shit for everyone.
Well, for wrestling, it has. So,
Wrestling has
should we
taken a
go back
massive
to
hit.
the start and focus purely on the WWE stuff? Because
Yeah.
as of right now, it's bad.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it? Because you are the wrestling guy. You are a wrestler now.
So, I mean, when we're filming this, there's a massive outrage. It started really with British wrestling, didn't it?
yeah,
There
is
was a lot
it
of British wrestlers.
Irish guy? An
Yeah.
Irish guy, yeah.
So basically, a lot of women wrestlers are coming out saying that, and good on it. They're doing the hashtag.
It's literally
Speak Out.
hashtag Me Too the second.
Yeah, and
It's called hashtag Speak Up, right? Or
yeah,
Speak Out.
Speaking out, I think. So
Yeah,
basically, a lot of the women wrestlers have said that a lot of male wrestlers / coaches / trainers have sexually abused them or like forced them to do things they didn't want to do, and
It's
some
terrible.
There's some
And also not surprising given some of the stories that we've heard about hazing and shit coming out of WWE. So it wouldn't surprise me at the least in the wrestling world.
So like I fully respect the women for doing it. I know that Matt Riddle got accused and I think he's free of allegations now. I think he got his lawyer team pretty quick involved, but Jack Gallagher has already been released. He got released.
Yeah, I liked him. I liked his gimmick. It's a shame.
And then like Jordan Devlin's got accused. Like I said, it's a lot. Will Ospreay got accused, I think, as well.
Yeah, a lot of from what I've heard is a lot of people aren't talking. Like a lot of news sites aren't really reporting on it until either the accused person makes a statement in response, or there's any officialness there. Because there's a lot of he said, she said, and we do not want to discredit the women for coming forward because that's a huge thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think that you look at where wrestling or where WWE has gone through, especially this year, they ignored coronavirus pretty much.
And
then to the point, and then it fucking went to shit. Then they started filming stuff behind closed doors, bringing people in through the crowd. Then someone's come positive corona. And then it come out that they weren't even swabbing people. They were just doing a temperature check and asking them if they felt sick. The fuck is that? And now there's people they've had to cancel tapings a lot because people are testing positive for corona. Wrestlers are refusing to work and basically threatening to walk away from WWE because of how poorly they've handled this situation. And now on top of that, you've got all these accusations that are running through the whole fucking wrestling world. And it's just like, my God, 2020, stop. Go into the bin.
Yeah, I think I saw a photo the other day which really describes it's like we've just entered like the 6th level of fucking Jumanji.
Yeah.
It's
like whoever's playing Jumanji, can you just fucking finish the game?
So we can literally get into 2021. New Year's Eve was going to be the biggest fucking party to get rid of this year, I think.
This year was really bad. Like, it's been a weird year. It's been because I think I spoke about this in the last podcast where I've been in a very fortunate position where I haven't been affected really because I'm essential. And like my whole household has been essential. So we've been very fortunate to not really get affected whatsoever. And it's been really rough because like I see a lot of people who are really, really struggling in that. So, and I'm very open with it. And I'm always like, hey, if you need like $20-$30, just let me know and I'll just fucking go get dinner, go pay your rent, whatever. I don't care. Just like, it's more of a sense of like, just don't fuck me over on it. Because then that's when it gets to shit and people taking advantage of it and stuff like that. But it's like, it's a whole thing. And then now like this whole BLM stuff going on as well, which is just fucking awful. I actually had to explain it, the seriousness of it to someone at work the other day because they were asking me, they're like, I don't understand why they're only just rioting now. And I said, well, it's not that it's just started rioting now. It's because I think this one was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
This one was so brutal. And that it's also all the other times that this has happened, there has actually been riots. They've just been isolated in that town. It hasn't swept the nation yet.
And also the protests have always been there. They've always been quieter protests though. Like they haven't been rioting. They've been
no, it's 100%. And like it's really
not newsworthy until shit's being burnt down, basically.
That's the problem as well. Is then you got these fucking scumbags who are taking advantage of the situation that cause a bit of havoc.
That's what got me pissed off about it. It's because like you got these people who they probably don't even give a shit about the movement.
It's crazy.
Oh, there's a protest. Let's just riot the closest department store or something. It's
But what about like those fucking like those bricks and shit that have been appearing and stuff? Like there's so much funky shit going on. It's like people who are cops dressed up as civilians, and then they're starting the violent incites, and then there's fucking people who are doing all sorts of shit. It's like, what the fuck is happening? Like
that country is
and
burning to the ground.
You know what's? Do you want me to really fucking blow your mind? It's only been in like literally 60 years ago. So in our parents' lifetime, interracial marriage wasn't allowed still. How fucking does that blow your mind or what?
Yeah, it's like
in the 60s, a black woman or a black man could not marry a white woman or a white man.
No, and if they did, it was like
taboo.
Yeah, it was
taboo.
Like,
how fucking
find
insane!
Out, like you're fucked.
Yeah, and like I didn't, and it's really hard for me to comment too much on it because like my old man is not a I wouldn't say he's a white supremacist, but he's not a fan of the Aboriginal Australian.
Yeah.
He hates the ones who. It's not the sense of like he hates them. It's more he hates the ones who just take advantage and then bitch, moan, and complain. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is my land and I'm not getting a job because the government's paying me because I'm black. He hates that person. He doesn't hate them in general, but it's really hard because a lot of that kind of he tried to kind of, I wouldn't say he tried to impart it on me, but I grew up seeing that shit.
Yeah.
But I've always made my own opinion. Like I'm an adult, I form my own opinion, stuff like that. And I'm not saying my dad's a racist. I love my dad. He's a good person most of the time. And but I think it's a really interesting thing that I feel really bad that I wasn't aware of how bad it was in our country as well. With the custody. I think the worst one I read up on was that fella who was getting transported, like he was an Aboriginal Australian getting transported. He was like 6 hours in basically a hot box and he suffocated from heat. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That is terrible. And like, I think the most controversial video, and I got into a really big argument on Facebook about this actually, was that video that came out of, I think it was like Sydney or Melbourne, of that cop slamming that little kid, that 15-year-old Aboriginal boy. Now, I'm going to break that situation down. So if you haven't seen the video, all it is there's a policeman. There's 3 policemen and like 4 Indigenous Australians, and they're all 15, 16, chip on their shoulder, gone through puberty. And one guy, obviously the police are there already because they've done something wrong. Okay, that's the first thing we need to get out of the way. The police are there for a reason, plain and simple. Yep. This little fucking dickhead is gobbing off in front of his mates. Oh, I'll fucking smash your jaw, copper, you fucking pig, me. Copper takes a direct line to this fucking dude. The kid shits himself, doesn't resist, is immediately put in cuffs. That's where the situation should have ended. Didn't. The cop then, at this point, the guy's still gobbling off of the cop, but you can tell he shit himself. He's not resisting. He didn't swing. He was just talking big.
Yeah.
The cop has then put his hands on this kid, arrested him, and then just fucking sweeped his foot and just slammed this kid's face first into the ground. I think it shattered his nose. It fucked him up.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I think that's where the line was crossed.
Yeah.
Because anyone can see watching that video, and I understand that being a policeman or officer is a fucking incredibly hard job. Do not get me wrong in that. I've done that sort of training when I was in the military, where you're faced with a situation to put you in a high stress. It's very, very hard to make the right call.
Yep.
But in saying that as well, anyone can clearly see in that video, this kid is just he's a fucking kid. He's just gobbing off in front of his mates.
Yeah.
He's being a fucking shit dickhead. And as soon as that cop even took 2 paces towards him, you've seen him fucking freeze up. Anyone with the right mind could have gone, this is just a loudmouth fuckwit. Yeah. And just gone, cool, got you in cuffs, mate. Off into the paddy wagon, we'll fucking give you a scare. You know, but there was no reason for it to get physical. And a lot of people, when I gave my 2 cents on that, a lot of people were kind of just like attacking me, like, oh, but if that was my kid, I'd fucking flog the shit out of him and rah-rah. If I seen that, I'd fucking flog him. I was like, so you're telling me you as a white man would just assault a kid because he was being a loud idiot? No. And that reaction that you guys just gave is exactly what they did. Yeah. And nothing to fucking say.
Yeah.
I was like, you're a fucking idiot, right? You know what I mean? Like it's a really hard thing. And I'm actually really kind of angry that I didn't know more about it in our own country, because it tends to be where America's kind of like that loud autistic kid in school who's just making lots of loud, angry noises. And you kind of can't not look at it, but you try to ignore it so you can focus on your own schoolwork. So that's kind of how I see it. And it's really difficult to kind of, I guess, now turn inwards to our own country and go, like, we need to. I was really gutted that I couldn't go to the BLM marches in our cities and towns and stuff. And even on that, where people were going, oh, but fucking coronavirus, you're just gonna spread it more. And then they had more people attending shopping centers than they were at these protests.
Yeah.
So fuck off.
I think the Prime Minister, didn't Scott Marshall come out and say don't attend any marches?
Scott Morrison. Scott Morrison also
Marshall.
came out and said there's no history of racism in our country. The fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's
He's I don't want to get political because I'll just get angry.
Yeah,
but
no.
Yeah, I'd also like the Queensland one as well. I'm not sure I heard that. Queensland probably got like so much shit for allowing the protest to go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
For being like, yeah, go for it, guys. Just be, wear a face mask and fucking.
And it was
try
peaceful.
to-
Nothing happened.
Yeah, I think
It was
the same-
beautiful.
I think it was the same with
I'd
SA.
also like to point out. Yeah, I'd like to point out with that though. Like, she got ridiculed so much, but had she banned the protest, what the fuck would that have done? Like,
Mhm.
people still would have gone.
They still would have protested. So like,
So
I think it was the same with
yeah.
SA.
Fair
They
point.
literally was like, you guys are going to protest. I'm not going to stop you. Just take the necessary
just be peaceful and
precautions.
take precautions, yeah.
And I think I don't know about Queensland, but I think SA took the necessary precautions. We still don't have an active case.
Yeah.
That's why our
It's-
borders are open and Victoria's aren't.
It's been one of those things as well. Like a lot of people will probably get at me for this, but my opinion is I don't think we should have opened shit until we had something.
Yeah.
Because you look at what's happened in New South Wales and Victoria now, like their border, like they're like, oh, we've got no cases, we're all sweet, we'll open it back up. Immediately had no cases, and it's like we've done. It's like breaking your leg. I've broken my leg and I've done rehabilitation. Oh, I can kind of walk on my leg. I'm just going to go back to what I was doing and do backflips on bicycles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like when what you've done works, keep doing it. Like I understand that it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be, and statistically it's killing people who are older than the dying age to begin with, than like the average age of death of old age. And also another thing statistically is the government. Well, yeah, and the government has to class a COVID death as a COVID death, regardless of how the person actually died.
Yeah.
For example,
Exactly.
if I was riding my bike down the street and I had COVID and I got hit by a car and died, that's a COVID death.
Yeah.
It's fucking, you know what I mean? It's a weird time, and I understand it's not as bad as what it could have been, but in the same sense as like,
Also,
yeah,
it's similar to that though. AIDS never actually has killed anyone. It's
No.
just weakens their immune system that bad that they get the common cold and they die from that.
yeah, exactly. But it still has to be classed as an AIDS death.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, they should have left the border closed a bit longer.
No, I do agree with that.
A little bit longer. And also, the key thing is you probably notice when they're saying statistics, they only say how many new cases. They've never mentioned how many fucking tests they have done.
It's one of those things where it's like, damned if you
zero
do.
new cases, but also we've also done zero tests, so
Yeah.
no new cases.
Yeah, it's one of those like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if you don't open the borders and don't go back to normal, the economy's fucking shit and everything's gone terribly, and the government has to keep giving handouts to people while they can.
Yeah.
But if you don't open all the borders, if you do open all the borders, then there's a potential for everyone to start getting sick again, and it might actually be the virus and wiping people out that everyone thought it could be, because it's starting to mutate pretty quickly as well. So it's just like. And then like Ebola kicked off again in fucking Congo.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what the fuck? Can we just not to this year?
Yeah, that one.
Dude.
Yeah, there's 5
I
confirmed
didn't
cases in Congo of Ebola.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
2020 sucks.
Anyway,
2020 sucks.
Yeah.
2020 sucks. But it's also been a good year for music, so there's been some good albums and shit coming out.
yeah.
Good times.
Oh, dude, mate, have you listened to Make Me Suffer's new album that came out like this week?
Oh no, not yet. I haven't done any like I don't know. I've kind of been stuck on like Slaughter to Prevail's new shit, because that song Demolisher is just like, there the boys are. That's them right there. There. It's neat.
Yeah, no, still proud fucking. Trying to think. Still though, album of the year has to go to still Polaris, The Death of Me.
Mm.
In my opinion.
Have you
also,
seen what happened with
Currents.
Wait, what?
Also, Current's album, The Way It Ends, came out like a couple weeks ago.
Ooh.
That's an absolute fucking banger of an album.
I was going to get into
Yeah,
some
that.
music drama though. You remember Signs of the Swarm / Lorna Shore vocalist CJ McCreery?
No, I haven't. One more thing first, though, and also
Go ahead.
I'm keen for fucking Alpha Wolf's new album coming out.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god.
Yep. But yeah, sorry, music. Interesting. Get news from that.
Yeah. So for those who don't know who we're talking about or what happened, so CJ McCreery is a fucking demon of a man. His voice is insane. He, in my opinion, he was basically like the second coming of like Mitch Lucker from Suicide Silence. Everyone, when Signs of the Swarm first started getting traction with him as the front man, everyone was basically going like in the deathcore community would like, we've been waiting for you. Like he was the next guy, like the next guy, you know what I mean? He was going to be the one who brings it back to the forefront and fucking yeah. And so then he left Signs of the Swarm to take on the vocalist of Lorna Shore, which is a bigger band. So he was taking a step up in the world. And everyone was like, fucking, oh my God, this Lorna Shore's already an insane band. We can't wait. And then just before the album released with him on it, accusations started coming out that he was a sick fuck. He was basically molesting, raping underage women and not of people who are legal. He would tie them up in a bathtub and piss on them, all this sort of stuff. Really fucking foul, disgusting shit.
Wait, to be fair, that last part is fine if it's consensual.
Yes. Oh yeah, exactly right. And so yesterday, I want to say it was yesterday. So when all this happened, Lorna Shore immediately kicked him out of the band, and he actually never gave a statement. CJ just went away. He deleted everything off social media. He just went away.
This was like back in April-ish, wasn't it? March, April.
No, this was December 23rd was when the accusations hit.
Like a while ago.
Nope, December 23rd is when the accusations hit. So he just was like, I'm out. He left. And we never heard anything after that. We never heard police reports, no arrests, nothing. He wasn't even charged. And so I feel really bad because I was on the bandwagon of like, I actually think I even tweeted like, dude, I looked up to you. Like you were going to change the game. You were going to be the next big fucking thing. You've just shot yourself in the foot. Like, fuck you, rah, rah, rah. And then he released a statement video yesterday. It's about half an hour long. I actually sat down and watched the whole fucking thing. And he has screenshots of the messages and stuff of him between all of these women. Everything was actually legit consensual. Two of them. So the way he painted the picture to do like a TLDR is everything was consensual. One of them had been diagnosed with a lot of mental conditions where when something kind of doesn't go her way, she actually flips out real hardcore. Him and her were never official, and he never wanted to lead her on. So he was just kind of like, hey, I'm just letting you know, like, I have no interest in you in that way, but I also really enjoy spending time with you. Very manipulative, yes, I understand that. But also it's an honest thing. I'm not taking his side. I'm not taking the women's side either. I'm just painting the information that I've done after doing a bit of a dive on this. So basically, he had broken up with a girl he wasn't really seeing. He was just cutting it off, saying it's not fair to you. You know, you feel more about me than I do, so I'm moving on. And that chick was fine with it. And he shows the conversations in full, pretty much too, of these. Some are cropped, but like I think it's maybe to hide some personal information. But yeah anyway. Then he starts dating this new chick. The new chick has a very big online presence, and as he made it very clear, she cared more about her online presence than she did with him. So then when the accusations came out, there's even in text conversations of her saying, there's no way, I don't believe you to be that person. You're not that guy, blah, blah, blah. That chick's just a mental, crazy psycho lady. Then he broke up with that chick because of the distance. And then because the online presence thing was getting so bad, he was getting so much flack, she basically came out and made up all this bullshit as well. So he was sharing screenshots of all this sort of stuff. And then he had these other women who were saying, like, he pissed on me. He came in me unconsensually, rah, rah. And he's literally sharing screenshots of these chicks going, oh, I can't wait for you to piss on my face. Or like, you can use all of my holes, daddy. Like literally is, you know what I mean? So like, I'm just like, bro, I think I owe you a fucking, like I even said it on his Instagram. I was like, bro, I think I owe you an apology, man. Like that, you know what I mean? Like that's just, you put your dick in crazy is what you did. That's what happened. And the funniest part about all of it as well is the chick who was more in touch with her online presence only debated like one conversation that he cut short. And the reason why he cropped it the way he did is because the message above it doesn't mean shit. So she's saying it's like contextually it doesn't make sense. So she's shared that stuff going, all this stuff that he's saying is fucking bullshit. Look at what he cut out. This is the conversation he cut out. And like even the top tweets are like, yeah, but he cut that out because that doesn't make sense. But then you've got the other women who are just like, I'm so sorry you have to go through all of this. You know, he's a disgusting scumbag, rah, rah. So you know, it's a very, very touchy conversation and all of that. But in this instance, and this is just my take on it, in this instance, I'm leaning more towards CJ. However, in saying that as well, I wasn't there. I'm not a member. It's just the information I've been presented. Exactly right. And there was never, because there was never once any reports of him being arrested, even any reports of thing. And so, in my eyes, if you are brave enough to share this all online and accuse him online, why will you not go to the police?
I've had a similar story with a Data Remembers guitarist, Josh Woodward.
Yeah.
Recently, there was one where this girl was like back when a Data Remember like knew that they were playing at a bar, and she managed to her friend distracted the security so she could sneak backstage.
Already sounds dodgy.
Then the accusations really started, and it's like, and he did this and such, and it was unconsensual. There are so many holes in her story, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
It's the same as like the one I think.
If she has any proof or evidence to back it up, sure.
Yeah.
But it's just wild accusations with very questionable.
Yeah, I think. And to go, and I know that we're almost kind of sounding a bit shitty towards the women here, but then let's talk about the Austin Carlisle one, where this guy, like, that shit sounds fucking foul, and he's like, oh, but I've found God now, so it's okay. Like, dude, I'm sorry. I know and I understand that people do change, and he's trying to be a better person, but fuck you. Take responsibility for what you've done. Apologize to these women, and then, like, yes, he's doing some fantastic charity work. Don't get me wrong. He's doing some great charity work with Marfan syndrome and stuff like that. Yeah, but it doesn't excuse his early behavior, and I think that he should be punished for it. So again, we don't want to paint ourselves as here at TTP is for everyone, okay? But we don't want to paint ourselves as like, you know what I mean? We're trying to just do a broad spectrum, broad strokes. Exactly.
Long story short, all we're saying is, if you're going to accuse someone of something, have some evidence.
Well, not only that, you don't need to publicly accuse them of it. Just go to the police. Do it the way it's meant to be done, because this online clout getting because you've accused someone of something, especially if it turns out that this CJ stuff is 100% falsified. Like, maybe there was some situations that maybe got blown out of proportion, sure. But if this does get falsified and it comes out that it is completely falsified, this guy's fucking career was shit on, and he will forever be known as that guy. And he's a fucking incredibly talented vocalist, and like, it was one of my favorites. Funnily enough, when everything went down with him, I actually messaged Jamie from Polaris, because they had met. They actually played a couple of shows together. And I said, how rough is it? And I said, did he seem like that person to you? And Jamie even said, not really, no. So it was one of those really crazy things where it's just like, how insane is it that kind of stuff happens? Like, again, it's who knows what's next for CJ. Like, he was even saying, like, he lost his job. He was kicked out of the band of stuff that he loves doing. You know what I mean? And so it's really hard to put this in a good light, I guess, but because it's a terrible situation for both parties, for everyone involved, because if that did happen and these women this actually happened to these women, my God, that's fuck you. But in saying that as well, if it didn't happen and these are just women getting attention or caring more about their online presence, fuck you. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So, help me.
So on that note, let's end on something more positively.
Yeah, dude. It's hard to be positive in 2020, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it hard to be positive in 2020? Like, holy fuck. Brutal out there.
I got a new plan.
God, fuck it.
That's positive.
You know what else you got new, Brad? Brad? Brad's got a new girlfriend. I bet you like vagina, don't you, you gay boy? Bet you kiss her on the mouth and love her and respect her and support her in her dreams, you fucking homosexual.
Lame.
Yeah.
You got me. Yeah.
I got you, man. I got you. No, hell yeah, dude. Good for you. You look really happy. It's really good.
Smiling.
Something 2020's done good.
Yeah. No, I actually live with her now as well, so that's something.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. She's really pretty too. You're punching hard because you look like a toe.
I'm well aware. Like
Uh,
I'm
Yep.
a 3 with my beard, like a 1.5 at best without it.
No, see, if we were doing like honest ratings, I'd say like a 7 until you smiled with your fucked teeth. But other than that, you're looking good. I love you, Brad. I love you.
Love you too, dude.
I hate it. I hate it a lot because you're really fucking tall. I fucking hate.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your tall. Oh man,
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
dude, I fucking
but you
hate
see-
tall people.
But also, you have 8.5-inch penis, so
Me,
it really wouldn't make.
it's not 8.5 inches.
It's 9.
It's like 3.5 at best. Like on a
Jeez.
good day.
They're trying to help you out here.
Don't blame the
Dude,
cold.
nah. It's I don't know. It's like I always hate the height thing. It's shit because like I'm gonna be real. I'm short.
Yeah.
I'm very short.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like 5'7". I'm 165 centimeters tall. I'm fucking short.
Oh,
alright?
wow.
Fuck
Jeez.
you. Yeah. I was like, fucking, I hate it because chicks are like, don't really go for
6
short
foot.
guys.
Yeah, nothing under 6 foot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Feel
but
that,
then like
feel that.
if I say, well, sorry, I actually care about my health and fitness. So if you're a bigger girl, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go for you. And they're like, you're a misogynistic pig. How dare you? Big is beautiful. I'm like, okay, it can be, but also I'm just here for my health and fitness. So
Look, look.
you know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah,
easily
like
clogged.
you know what I mean? It's like don't go. I don't go for short guys. Like, and I hate it. You know what their biggest excuse is? Well, there's two of the biggest ones I always get when it's like talk. I just felt so safe with a tall guy. I'm like, how many these do you have? Shut the fuck up. And then on the other side of it, they go, I just want to feel small and be dominated by a tall man. I'm like, make up your mind. You want to be safe? You want to be fucking murdered in the bedroom? Shut the fuck up. You want to be choked? I'll choke you. Fuck off.
I hope this podcast
Anyway.
doesn't
Nick,
paint
you
us
could,
in a
Nick, you
wrong
would
light.
easily beat me in a fight though. Like, tall does not mean strong.
No,
You would
I know.
easily, like, beat me up in the fight. Like, undoubtedly, I have.
Yeah. No, I just.
have no strength.
And the thing is, I have no problem being short. I know exactly what I look like, and I know where my ceiling is. I'm very well aware of all of that, and the tattoos make me look way hotter than I actually am, and I love it. It's great. I had a great glow up since high school. High school me, I would beat up high school me. It's ridiculous.
Can we edit a high school picture of all three of us just to see how much we've all actually glowed up?
Oh
Because
God.
Do you have one of?
If
I
Would
definitely
you, I was about to say, I definitely have one of Brad and me.
yeah,
I didn't send you
you
one,
probably
I'll do
yeah.
that.
There's one of me on my Instagram somewhere.
There
You could probably go
I'll
find it,
I'll go
steal
on your
it.
Insta and look for it.
But yeah, no, it's
we've got the picture of us three right here.
Oh,
Nick,
gang that. I've had a glow up since then, though. I think.
yeah. Even then, yeah. Like, I'm digging Bald Matt. Bald Matt's good, and Bald Matt got buff.
Yeah, Bald Matt did get
Yeah,
buff.
that is
Big
swole.
big buff Bald Matt, which is really funny too, because like I was talking to a friend of mine, and then when we were chatting, a friend of his come up, and she clearly goes to the gym, like boulder
yeah.
shoulders,
Yeah.
you know, like just like a fit fucking chick. You can see that, and I was sitting there, and we were talking about gym stuff, and she just looked at me and goes, "Oh, you don't go to the gym?" I said, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I hate
That-
people who do
that makes- I hate that
pisses me
because
off.
so
That pisses me
You
off.
can see me, right? Like I'm not a masculine. I wouldn't say masculine. I'm not
No,
muscly
But like,
because
you
I don't
can-
have an
fit.
intention of being muscly. I don't
Yeah.
like the look of just like I don't know. I just want to be fit. I
Yeah.
like being fit.
You're healthy
and, like,
fit.
Yeah, like and everyone. And the thing that I hate most is what's you just got good genes. It's how you're so skinny. I'm like, no,
Fuck off.
no, I do not. Both of my parents are obese. Like I do not. Well, I wouldn't say obese, but they're not a healthy weight. And it's
No.
just like I am. My metabolism stopped at 23. That's when I basically stopped my party days, man. I was getting fat. Like in Sydney, when I was still with the military, I was like probably at my heaviest. I was disgustingly fat. You can see it in my face in old photos. I was like, oh my God.
No.
And ever since I left the military, I'm like, bro, I was fucking like I look good now. Not so much now from isolation, but you know, I look good.
Before
Been
I
good.
yeah, you're yeah. We could all see your weight loss.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was bad. But it's back. It's back again. I don't like it. So once I can go back to the gym properly, because right now they're limiting to like 1 hour at a time,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
I can't do what I need to do in an hour. I'm sorry. I go at 4 in the morning and I get home at 7. So that's my block. That's what I need.
Yeah.
I also did just embrace isolation as well. I'm like, I can't fucking do anything anyway, so I was just eating like shit and,
Yeah,
and
I
I
sort of
actually
did
was
as well,
drinking a little
actually,
bit too.
Yeah.
We
So
all did that.
like,
we all
fuck
did
it.
that.
Yeah,
Eat, drink, video games. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to order lunch as well while we're doing this. Sorry, I'm gonna get some hog's breath.
Oh, Uber Eats.
Oh yeah.
Are
We don't have Uber Eats
Oh,
here.
wait.
I have menu
Wait,
log.
I have a funny story about Uber Eats actually.
Oh,
You're gonna
go
get, like,
ahead.
the garlic butter?
So I ordered an AB pack last night.
A
And
what?
An AB pack.
That's a halal snack pack.
A halal snack pack for you guys. So it's like the chips.
I still don't know what that is.
Do you know what a halal snack pack
Like a
is?
kebab box.
A kebab box.
Oh, wait, they do it. What the fuck?
An AB pack. You've never heard of that? No. Oh,
I'm a
there you
country
go.
kid, bro.
There you go. AB pack, halal
Okay,
snack pack, kebab box.
Ever been to a kebab shop?
Yeah.
No, I usually just get the shitty. Well, I usually just like I see them and I see all the shitty pizza and I get that when I'm drunk instead of a kebab because I don't have to wait
All
for
right,
it.
when you come down, we'll have an AB pack.
We're doing this, alright? We're gonna vlog Nick's first AB.
Yeah, we'll have an AB pack. AB packs are fucking they're God's
It's
creation.
a kebab box with like a plate of chips.
Yeah.
And then the deconstructed kebab on top of it.
Yeah.
And it's just
Don't do that face. It's
best
great.
That sounds like it's gonna hurt my cholesterol.
Oh, yeah, it
What
does.
the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
it does.
Get the
When you're
fuck
drunk-
out of here.
It hurts.
When you're
but-
drunk at 3 a.m.,
Yeah.
it's what you want.
Yeah. When you're full of
Alright.
alcohol and you need something. Yeah. So basically, I ordered one, and you can put like what notes you want. So like, I was like, all right, can you please make it with love, uwu? I had a couple of drinks by then, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just write whatever I
What,
want.
did he just like come in it?
So
That
I
was
was
the thought
talking.
they had?
I was talking to like my mates, and I was like, "Oh my god, I've probably made this 60-year-old Greek's guy day. He's probably gonna come in my fucking box." I don't like how I said that.
In your kebab box?
In my kebab box. Sorry, my AB
Oh
pack.
no!
So please don't soundbite that,
Wait,
future me.
there's the title. Come in my kebab box.
So I got the bag, and it said AB pack made with love, and it said uwu on it, and I was like, okay, this is not good. So like I opened it, and I had no garlic sauce on it, and there was garlic sauce on it. So in my mind, I was like, oh my god, he's actually come on it. That was my night last night.
Oh my god! I was hoping that he'd just done it like he'd put like a love heart.
Oh, he
of
did that as
sauce
well.
on
He
it.
did that as well. He put a
That's
love heart.
amazing.
He put a love heart on it. But yeah, I didn't have garlic sauce, and he put garlic sauce on it, and I thought he came on my AB pack.
Goodness gracious! I hate myself for what I've done, but
What'd you order?
What if you ordered?
so I have a once every like the last time I ordered this was over a month ago because it's it's like a $50 order of food for
Jeez.
me.
Fuck me.
So that's the thing. So because I work out, or when I was working out, I would go for 3 hours a day. I was eating a fair bit, as you could imagine.
Yeah. But now you stopped working out. And you
Now I
eat
stopped
so
working
much.
out, but I haven't stopped eating like
Boo.
So what I've ordered right now is a crispy chicken burger with extra bacon on a Turkish bun with sweet potato wedges.
Oh, you got sweet potato.
A garlic and herb bread, which is which is meant to be for 4 people. I'm having it for me. And I got a Mississippi mud cake.
Oh.
It's $48.30.
That sounds fucking delicious. I'll be back in a sec though.
That makes me super
Dude,
fucking.
I probably won't eat for the rest of the day because
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
like,
going to say you won't have dinner now.
but I probably still will.
Yeah.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo. Brad just left.
Fucking. Oh, Brad had enough of the podcast.
Yeah, Brad's just stormed out.
Brad's just fucking had a gutful of it. That's fair enough.
We can see a sweet photo on his desk though.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that photo. It's
Yeah.
a good time. It's a really good time.
When the world wasn't burning down.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I don't think we're ever going to get another RT convention. Let's be honest. I think that company's.
Oh, I
on
mean,
its
we could
way.
easily talk about that. They've been in the news the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's a weird time, and like, oh man, it's been because like you're talking about the BLM stuff that happened in their company, right?
Yeah, with Mika and Fiona.
Yeah, it was bad. Like I watched that podcast. I'm like, that's like, and I actually wanted to make a video to put into the RT groups, and but basically the way I see it, and this is so, if people don't know what we're talking about the company Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
And they've had a lot of ups and downs, and lately, unfortunately, it's been a lot more downs.
They're nuts, yeah.
And a lot of that has actually come from the community. So I don't
Yeah.
care if this gets clipped and this
That
gets
guy's
put into
alright.
those communities. So I'm going to talk about it right now. And
Yeah.
this is coming from someone who has been an RT fan
Yep.
since before YouTube. Since Red vs. Blue episode 1 on those fucking like Vimeo, like whatever.
Yeah, on the old websites, shit. Yep.
Now, the problem I have with a lot of Rooster Teeth fans is that a lot of them grew up with Rooster Teeth and think that the jokes that are made in between the people who work at Rooster Teeth are okay to make to them in person. No, you don't know them. You're not part of the joke. You are a fan.
Yep.
You are taking it too far as a fan. You don't get to sit there when poor old Lindsay got pregnant and made life the happiest moment of her life, and she would be on camera, and you disgusting fucking individuals would say on comments on those videos, "Get this fat fucking whale off my screen." How so fucking dare you, you disgusting piece of trash. You are garbage. Okay? People are getting too involved in these companies as fans, and not only just companies, but normal YouTubers as well. You're getting too involved. You have your own life, live it. You can be a fan of something, and you don't have to live and breathe it. You don't have to say, "Oh, I hope Gavin and Meg break up so Gavin and Fiona can be together because I like them better as a couple." Shut the fuck up. That's gross. Fuck you. This company is
Even the
here
same,
at
like,
the
with
end of the day to
inside
make
joke.
money.
Yep.
They are not here to make money. You are their business. They don't have to appeal to you, actually,
No.
funnily enough. And
Yep.
they are a
They
company who really care about their fans. They listen to their fans. But when people are saying, "Oh, get this F and N word off my fucking screen," or stuff like that,
Yeah.
you're a disgusting human. If you don't like something, you know what the best way to let a company know, especially in the online industry? Don't fucking watch it.
Yep.
Don't even have to
Exactly.
like it or dislike it. You don't even
Yep.
have to fucking comment.
Yep.
It's disgusting.
Exactly.
And I fucking
one of the
hate it.
Really big ones, one of the really big ones from like a couple of years ago was when Free Play, that show, was on, and all the inside
It's
jokes
Ryan and
between
Meg.
Meg and Ryan.
Yep.
Yep. And then that got blown way out of proportion with everything that was going on there. Like, yes,
There, and
they
it's
were making
again, it's
huge
not just
in their videos, and then
yeah,
that was one
and
of the
it's not
first big
just
ones that I
within.
noticed.
It's not just
Yeah.
within these companies as well. It's also individuals.
Yeah.
There is a big YouTuber. His name is escaping me, but his father passed away and he had to go to the Philippines to bury his father. Fans showed up to the fucking funeral to try and get photos and pictures with this guy. You people are taking it too far. Have a life.
Okay,
just
I haven't heard of that
literally
one, but
chill.
that's fucked.
No,
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. And this was like, I think this happened last year or something like that. But like, the people are getting too involved in it, and you're getting too wrapped up in the own stuff. Literally, just have a life, have a normal life. I have loved RT for the longest time, and I'll forever support them. But I'm not going to sit there and go, "Oh, RT died when Ray left." "Oh, I don't like Jeremy. I don't think his humor fits in with the group." "I don't like Fiona. I don't think her humor fits in with the group." And then fucking 6 months later, like, "Oh my god, I love Fiona so much. She's my favorite."
Yeah.
All right, you can have your opinion, but if it's a negative, disgusting one where using racial slurs
Don't worry.
or even stuff that's disparaging their comments, like, shut the fuck up. All right, just go, "You know what? This isn't for me. I don't like this video. Click off it."
Yeah, and
Easy.
it's exactly that, and it's like if you don't know what off top the podcast we're talking about, it's 238, I think, the off topic podcast, and they talk about
Yep.
the whole Black Lives Matter, and it's like Jeff and it's Fiona, and you can see how cut up they all are, and I really resonated with Gavin because Gavin says he's made jokes in the past, and he just didn't know that it was that hurtful or thing. He was just trying to be funny. He was trying to be edgy. But all these jokes matter to people, and like watching Jeff absolutely break down, and like Mika coming out,
that podcast yet.
Mika coming out and saying how Rooster Teeth didn't support her when she was getting abused. Like I saw comments of like saying, "I hope Mika kills herself," or like
Yeah,
Fiona.
it's disgusting.
Yeah, Fiona was getting Instagram messages.
There's
apparently.
a line to make when you make.
Yeah,
comments.
Instagram was Fiona was getting Instagram DMs saying you can't play GTA, just kill yourself. It's a game.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and it's disgusting as
Yeah.
well, and I think again at the end of the day, a lot of that will just come from people who've just been watching RT a lot, and they just get caught up in it, and that's all it is. They don't have their own identity, they don't have their own personality. That's their life, and I think that is really for those people. A lot of it comes down to these are people who are just really socially awkward as well, and they don't and think they can say anything and get away with it and rah rah rah.
No.
That's
They
not
just say
okay.
comments when they're commenting whatever they want.
It's exactly right. The way I always looked at it when I'm ever leaving a comment on someone's video or a picture or a fucking post or whatever, I say it as if I was saying it to their fucking face. Because if you don't have the balls to say something like that to their face, you shouldn't be putting the comment in.
No, I
Like, if
totally
you
agree with
honestly, if Michael and Lindsay were there doing a signing together and you went up and said, I don't think you should be in a video, you fat fucking whale, Michael would punch you in the fucking mouth so
that.
fast.
Michael would punch you. Fucking Lindsay would fucking punch you.
Lindsay
probably
would drop you
first.
as well. And the thing is like I despise those sorts of people and that disgusting. Like, I actually legit don't read comments on Rooster Teeth videos. I only watch the ones that I want to watch.
Yeah.
I am a first member as well.
Yep.
I've been to all the conventions. I've met a lot of them, and I've told them to their face, I think they're fucking hilarious, and I love everything they do. Keep doing it. I've been a fan for a long time. I have shirts. I no longer buy merch from RT because I think it's overpriced for Australia.
And it takes like 4
I think it's
months
really
to get to your house.
Yep. And it takes forever to get here. So I actually don't buy RT merch. I support them as being a first member, and I watch the videos I want to watch.
Yeah.
Because 90% of the time they actually tell you who's in the video as well, and you can usually tell who's going to be in it.
Yeah.
So I watch the videos I want to watch, and the ones that I think will be funny, and that's about it. I don't read the comments because I just get angry at it. And so again, like, if an RT person, like a Rooster Teeth fan, watches this and you want to clip this shit and put it in the groups, fucking go for it. Here is my permission. You can do it. People want to come after me, you can come find me at mixer.com/heartleaf and come abuse me that way. I don't care. I will sit and happily debate this to the end of days until I'm out of breath and my throat is sore.
And
I don't care.
Very nice self-plug there.
Oh no, that's the best way they can find me, literally, because I don't care.
It's true.
I do not care. I will sit here and I'll argue it, or not argue it. I'll have a healthy discussion about it, but it just makes me fucking angry because you don't. Your opinion to that company, yes, it matters, but when it's that disgusting stuff, you're a trash person.
There's having an opinion, and then there's just being fucking an asshole.
Yeah. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to sit there and go jack off about it later? Like, sitting there fucking, coming into the same sock you've been doing for the last 16 years in your mum's basement going, I made people upset on the internet. No. Like, shut the fuck up. You're a fucking dickhead. Yeah. Like, what do you... You know what I mean? It's like that fucking dude who wore the Nazi symbol Funhouse logo shirt to the convention.
Yes.
Like, that's not funny. They spoke about it, and he probably went and jacked off about it, and that's his claim to fame. Yep. But they spoke about it saying, you're a garbage human. Like, that's not funny.
Yeah, and like, I think
you know what I mean?
It's like, being a fan, and like, these people are real people. Like, they're just like, I think that's what people get, because they play characters. Like, Michael isn't like that in real life. Michael just yelled 24/7. Lindsay isn't that chaotic in real life. Fiona's probably... Why'd your light just turn off, Brad? That was fucking weird. They're playing characters.
No, my light's been off the whole time. My window's open. It's probably...
Oh, okay. And people don't realize that they're playing characters. And it's like...
Yeah.
You need to tell
that's
the
all it
difference
is. Like,
between
and
a
I
character
think...
and the real life person.
Yeah, and that's actually something I've actually not done. From the moment I started doing YouTube and streaming, I've always just been me. Yeah. Because that way, if people fucking don't like it, they can understand it's not a character. And you guys can attest to it. I'm the exact same in real life.
Yeah,
I get very angry. I get very loud. I get very happy. But I also have the capacity to have these sorts of important and normal discussions because I think it's important to be able to have a good balance. But it's just one of those things where these people, you're exactly right. They're just, if they're not, it wouldn't so much say that they're portraying a character. I think in anything, it's more just maybe elevated versions of themselves.
Yes, I do agree with that, actually.
Like, I think, and when people get up in these inside jokes and they start doing like dumps, like the knife thing was funny for a bit, like people sending them knives and stuff. And then the dildo thing was pretty funny and all that sort of shit. But people just take it too far and take it too serious and take it too silly. And, you know, like I've got a president here. I've been meaning to send him for ages, but I'm not paying like $1 million in for shipping. I'll just wait till they eventually get here. I actually found the shirt that Jack wanted from one of the very first, what was that drinking movie show they had? The watch along.
Oh,
theater mode. In one of the very first theater modes you can watch, there's a shirt that says G blank F blank CK blank. It basically said "Go fuck yourself" without all the things, and it said "Can I buy a vowel" on it. And I found that shirt, and
I remember.
I found that shirt. I have it here, and I will give it to Jack one day and be like, "Very throwback joke, but I hope you enjoy your shirt, mate."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where it's just it's okay to make a joke to them and it's funny as long as you don't be dumb about it. Like, so for give a perfect example of taking a joke to the company and seeing what they do with it. The real ones will know. I have a shirt of my own face printed on it 1,000,000 times. It's fucking hilarious. It's a funny shirt. Everyone loves it, and it's super comfy to wear. When they came to do off or AH Live, I wore that shirt, and I had VIP tickets. I was in like the second row from the front, and I was wearing that shirt. And before the show started, they had a VIP only, and we all got there, and we got to ask some questions. And I asked the question saying, "Is there any games that they play offline?" Like away from RT, because I understand gaming all day, but is there any games that they play that isn't good for content, like World of Warcraft or shit like that? And the very first response I got was from Ryan. He goes, "Are you wearing a shirt with your own face on it?" And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "Why?" And I said, "Why?" I was like, "Would you not?" And he goes, "Fair point." And everyone laughed. Everyone was like, and even Jeremy was like, "That's fucking incredible. That's really funny." That's the perfect example of taking a joke to them that they don't even know about. It's not one of their inside jokes. It's just funny. It's just dumb and funny. And that's the thing is, I wear that shirt out in public all the time. I wore it filling up my car the other day, and a dude come running over to me and goes, "Where did you get that shirt?" And I said, "Well, did you want it of my face or your face?"
That's a great
response. It's just a funny shirt, and it brightens people's day when I wear it, and it makes me happy. You know what I mean? And so, like, you don't need to wear like Nazi fucking stuff to them. It's just anyway.
They're just real people.
Real people is what we're saying. But so fucking gross people on RT community can fuck off.
And like you said, it's not just the RT community. It's
everyone. It's the whole internet. The internet's a fucking barren wasteland of danger.
Social media has really fucked the world over in the
yes, they have.
Nicest way possible. But I don't know. I feel like the RT community is. Hopefully they'll get better. Yeah. Hopefully internet trolls will get better. I don't think they will.
But they won't. No.
It's like trying to contain a fire with a fucking more fire.
It's like
good call.
You just can't do it.
About a year or so ago, when they had a lot of layoffs. The off-topic podcast immediately after that, where it was just Jeff for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just explaining it all. That alone made me respect Jeff so much. Like, I already respected Jeff massively. Like,
Jeff in this latest podcast,
I love Jeff. Like, granted, he's not the funniest in all of the videos, but I fucking love him. And he is, because he's just himself on all those podcasts, and he speaks his mind, and he just defends his employees basically.
Yeah, and it's like they're just good people. At the end, like none of them are assholes. Oh, they're assholes, but like it's like how we're assholes. We're not actually assholes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. All right, well, I think that's probably a decent spot to end it. I have a fucking giant live stream.
What's the? Where are you streaming it, or are you jumping on someone else's stream?
I'm streaming it with them.
I'll pop in.
So yeah, for sure. I have to pee first.
I'll be editing all day anyway, so I'll pop in while watching it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, cool. Is there anything else anyone wants to plug or do any dumb shit?
No.
Check out. Oh, actually, I do want to quickly mention this is not a sponsored ad or anything like that.
We can't,
but because we are all look, we're all men, all right, and below the belt hair removal sucks ass.
Manscaped.
It really. No.
Okay, sorry.
They're shit. They are shit.
Don't use Manscaped.
There is this place I found, and it is fantastic. I'm with being heavily tattooed. Unfortunately for me, I'm actually quite a hairy guy, and I hate it. So I keep and I've been actually looking for a body.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, so I actually look for a body hair removal place, and I found a fantastic thing. They're on Facebook. You can look them up as Meridian Grooming, Meridan Grooming. And I actually just recently used it. I did my chest, my arms, my nuts. And you know what? Fucking amazing. Absolutely fantastic. It's waterproof. The thing is designed. It's got like a grip that's basically made for in the shower use. And the best part about it is it's fucking quiet. So people don't know when you're shaving your nuts in the shower. It's amazing.
You need that.
It's really, really good. So just for you boys, because I know personal grooming is important.
Oh, yeah.
Meridian Grooming, 100%. I could not give them any more of a sterling review because they're fucking awesome. I love it.
While we're giving men's grooming reviews,
yes, beard boy,
clean and fresh and shaved down there, and you want something comfortable for your package to sit in.
Oh, you fucking talking about step ones, aren't you?
Step one.
It's step one.
Who's wearing step one right now?
Wait.
I got it. Yeah. How good is step one,
Step
dude?
ones, man. Like I said,
They are
not a
fucking
sponsored ad.
well-
They're great though.
If you watch their TV ads or see them, they actually are true. Like,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
don't ride up. They have that comfortable fucking pouch. They glide. They're made from bamboo. And
Yeah, I like in
I love
saying
the
that as well.
specialty
So,
colours.
yeah, well, I sit down for a living as well. Like I drive
Yeah.
trucks for a living, and the worst part I had was shit riding up, and it fucking is really uncomfortable. 'Cause I'm there for 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
This shit doesn't fucking move, bro.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Exactly. Yep. And just while we're on it, if anyone from Step 1 happens to be stumbling upon this, 110% would buy Team
Team
10
Tan
underpants.
Pants versions.
Just knowing.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's
Team
not that
Tan
difficult.
underpants.
Team Tan underpants.
Fucking awesome. All right. I think that's. Oh yeah, I've also taken to wearing rings, so it's actually I'll come close to the camera. This is how high up you are, by the way. I have to stand. But yeah, I got
That's
some
not much
cool
higher.
rings. Ugh.
Your joke.
Oh, to pull it up, but yeah. I don't know. I've taken to wearing rings. I don't know how I feel about it. I like it. It's pretty cool.
Fair enough.
I think
Well,
we,
thanks for
watching. We'll see you in the next episode in like a month and a half.
month and a half, more like 6 months.
It's the
2021.
outro song. It isn't very long.
Bye. Fucking hell.